Hello everyone, Canberra here, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. So, I've heard about all the issues that Tibalt's Trickery has been causing people, and with the kind of roulette wheel of the deck involving getting turned to Ugin. So I thought I'd try and make it a little bit more interesting by diverting the power out and giving me more options to pull off the top. So I've got 4 copies of Tormod's Crypt, 4 copies of Stonecoil Serpent. I have only got 3 copies of Tibalt's Trickery for now, but I should be able to sort that by the time the gameplay comes around, and I should have 4. So what I have is a Gruul based deck where you have a lot of different powerful options. So you have Terror of the Peaks, you have Elder Gargaroth, you have Quartzwood Crasher. I have 1 copy each of Kogla the Titan Ape and Yadara the Wandering Monster. I do have Ugin in the deck. I figured I might as well put a huge endgame, Planeswalker to finish it off. And then 4 copies of Titanoth Rex. Believe me, I have tested this in play queue. Getting a turn 2 11/11 is the pinnacle of hilarious. It is still the same roulette wheel features. Like, it's sort of it's a massive casino deck, but it means that you're not just kind of praying you get Ugin off the top. So you've got, it does have its weaknesses like spot removal, like if your opponent can draw their board wipe, but if they can't, they are kind of shafted. Especially when they're faced with something like pulling off Titanoth Rex or Quartzwood Crasher off the top, and they're faced with taking a lot of damage very, very early. So I thought I'd put a more in a way it's a more manageable version for your opponent, but it still has the kind of power to be able to get to be a huge problem very, very early on. Especially if we can pull this trick off more than once. So like I said, I'm gonna get myself the 4th copy of Tibalt's Trickery, and I'm straight into the gameplay. I am only gonna be in play queue. I don't want to really rest rank on this, because obviously it is a casino deck whether you get Tibalt and 1 of Stonecoil or Tormod in your opening hand. So we'll go straight on to the games, we'll see how we do, and then I'll probably talk about what I think about the deck and what I think about Tibalt's Trickery as a card in general. So we'll just go straight on into the games. So I got my 4th copy of Tibalt's Trickery. Oh, funnily enough. It's got the copy of Kogla at the bottom. So I got the 4th copy of Tibalt's Trickery. I also got 2 copies of Kogla replacing 1 Titanoth Rex. I will probably end up putting a final deck list in the bottom of the thing. So Island Forest. Shift turn. So obviously we'll play the Tibalt's Trickery on turn 2, and you'll see that I'll hopefully be able to get something really powerful off the top. But it may not work. So, full control. You have to do it on full control, otherwise it just plays it straight off. Fine, so we'll grab a Quartzwood Crasher. Getting a Quartzwood Crasher on turn 2 is actually pretty good. Yeah. We get a 5/5 dinosaur. Yeah, you know how Quartzwood Crasher works. Eventually we just take over the board with big dinosaurs. Oh, I can play another one later. So yeah, you got turn 2 Quartzwood Crasher. They can't get any real power on the board, so they're kind of fucked. And we play a 2nd Quartzwood Crasher later on. So if they block, the best they can do is block here. So I get a 1/1 and a 6/6, or I get a 5/5 and a 2/2. Yep, an 11/11 dinosaur. Oh, it counts it up. Oh, I didn't know that about Quartzwood Crasher actually. Should have really known that, but the total damage dealt. So I've now got an 11/11 dinosaur beast with trample. Yep, just play another one. So because I've got a huge creature on the... Yeah, they've just given up. Because I've now got a big creature on the side, I can just build as normal. So yeah, that was fun. On to the next game. But you can see where my strategy lies to get a huge creature with a really good effect early on using Tibalt's Trickery. So yeah, on to the next game. Opponent goes first. So we need obviously we need Stonecoil and Tibalt's Trickery first. Nope. Nope. There we go. They can probably tell what's going on. Interesting. Go full control. Then we get an instant Coglet. And so then we can take out the Shadow Spirit in one fucking go. So what can you do? Fine, but it still keeps the damage going. Okay. As long as I don't play another Sleepy Dart, I'll be fine. I take 4 here. Okay. So we're against an all artifact deck. Can I kill him before he draws Ugin? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I should be alright here. So we're actually having an extended game with Tibalt's Trickery. Who'd have thought? Huh. Yeah, I think we're done here. Yep. And I drew another Kogler as well. So yeah, that was quite fun. So this is actually going rather well. So, we'll just move on to the next game. So we're going to mulligan here. Oh. I mean... So I just need to land off the top and I should be alright. Turn 4 cards for turn 2. 3. 4. Bit of a high risk play because I need to land, but... Should be lucky. It could be quite lucky here. I found that you can run it on at least 3 cards and then hope you can draw a land. Like so. Now, like I said, the main weakness of this is spot removal. If they have a spot removal card, I'm basically done. Anything like Heartless Act or... Okay. We get a 2/2 dinosaur. This is a Golgari deck. Alright. Well, it could be Asban. You never know. Eight. So yeah, you can see, I've got to say, I think Tibalt's Trickery is pretty broken. Getting huge, yeah, and they scoop. Getting huge powered cards right off the bat is extremely dangerous. I think Wizards, when they tested this, they didn't realize people find a way to use it on their own cards. But there we go. So we're just going to play one more game and then probably just roll with it. So mulligan. We mulligan. And we mulligan. And we mulligan. And we keep 3. We need is a land and we're good. Since most of this deck is actually land, it should be alright. If we don't, well, we'll just have to see where we are when we play the card. This is one of the issues. So we just have to wait another turn. Card. So full control. Script. Your Trickery. Yes. Submit. Oh, I milled an Ugin and they just scooped. They didn't even wait around. That's how dangerous this card is, to be honest. I've had games like this before. The moment you pull off the Tibalt combo, they just, nope, scoop. Like, they saw the Ugin go out, and then I think they would have just scooped if I'd pulled off another one. So, yeah, this card is really fucking dangerous. So we'll try one more game, see what happens, and then we'll leave it, because I don't want this video to be too short. So, almost, but no Tibalt. Neither. Nope. Yep. I will say I have been extremely fortunate so far. In that I've not, like, completely missed it. Like, completely missed the combo and had to, like, scoop because I mulliganed too hard. Ah, interesting. Full control. Pay 0. Confirm. Yep, turn 2 Algargaroth. Nice. They took out my last land. Right, so we'll scry here. It's fine, I can cycle that. Big hit. I think that's probably poisoned the cup, so we'll be kissing goodbye to Elgaroth next turn. That's why I grabbed the... Damn it. Oh, that's useful. Okay, that's interesting. This looks like a mono black zombies deck. Gloom Hunter, okay. So they can get back 1 health. 2 health. Yeah, actually have a game here. I get Terror on field, that'd be useful. I'm assuming they're going to foretell that. I can kill them next turn unless they pull out a blocker. Why did I block there? I know what that card is. What was the point of that? I don't understand that. Like, they were expecting me to block with something, but I don't see what the point was. So, whatever. That's 5 games, 5 successful Tibalt Trickeries. Which, by the way, none of those, I didn't break at any point because I missed games. I didn't skip recording games. This is every single game was recorded in a row, and every 5 games in a row I've hit Tibalt's Trickery. Which is really concerning. So we'll end it here, and I'll just talk a little bit at the end. So, I think this is kind of a bit of a problem card. 5 games in a row I was able to successfully hit the Tibalt's Trickery counter combo and pull something massive out of my graveyard. And 5 games my opponent couldn't deal with it, and I end up winning the game. I don't think this is probably the most broken card they've ever released because it is very circumstantial. I went 5 games in a row where I was able to hit the combo. I could go 6 or 7 games in a row where I have to scoop because I don't get it in my opening hand. Or it doesn't work. I hit another Stone Coil or another Tormod's Crypt. But I do think it was a rather stupid idea to give a card that you can effectively counter your own 0 cost and then pull out something huge. Obviously the natural go-to is to get a turn 2 Ugin, but as I've shown, you can pull out any number of ridiculously high-powered cards. I mean, you could even go for an Is-It version and pull something like... Let's see, we go with blue and red. You can go with something like the Giants, like Cyclone Summoner, or Thrix the Sun Storm. You know, you could probably have a Giants deck where you have an Is It Giants deck where you include Tormod's Crypt, Stokehold Serpent, and Tibalt's Trickery, and then you just pull out a massive giant without paying the mana cost. You know, you can do something like that. You know, say like if you went into Rampart Smasher as well, you know, something basically huge. Or even another Planeswalker. You know, trying to think now, let's say turn 2 Tibalt Cosmic Imposter? You know, the things that you could possibly do with this card are terrifying. But it is so circumstantial, and effectively it runs as a complete roulette wheel, that you're sort of not at that much of risk. For every game that you play this deck where you get a turn 2 Ugin, you probably get 4 or 5 where your opponent scoops after repeatedly mulliganing. So, do I think it's the most broken card they've ever released? No. Do I think it's a bit of a problem? Yes. Should it be banned? Maybe. Especially if it does end up with a situation like I had where I hit 5 successful combos in a row and won all 5 games through just outpressuring my opponent by playing huge creatures. So, yeah, maybe something to consider. So yeah, I think it's not exactly the best idea Wizards have ever had, but probably not the worst. I remember the Oko days. That shit was a nightmare. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more, you can always subscribe. I've been CamBearRun. Thank you for watching.